I just watched a couple of the others you've done, and seems like you just do like scenes, right? Or along one scene, and you do, yeah.
Yeah, and you can do like, yeah, you can do. I mean, I've done mostly like mono scenes real time, but I've also done scenes where we jump around and do different characters. So, however you want to play it, I'll bring us on Facebook and I'll give you the number of suggestions and then just pick a number. And then we kind of I'll tell you what that suggestion is and then we just kind of go.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good with me.
I like your shirt.
Yeah, I put it on for the occasion.
Oh wait. Hold on. Hang on. Hold on. Please hold.
Yeah.
Please hold. Da, da, da. Oh, yes. Although I cut my sleeves off.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I
That's
I'm
really
gonna wear
cool.
it like I'm gonna wear it like this. I don't care.
Yeah, that's California style, isn't it?
It's total California. I'm a Southern
That's so,
California boy.
so cool.
Let's see. We have one, two, three, four. Dude, we've got 68 suggestions. So pick a number 1 to 68.
Okay, I'll go for 53.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
53. Let's see. 68, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 60, 59, 53 comes from Christian, and our suggestion is potato.
Okay.
Potato. Thanks,
Very
Christian.
good.
Potato.
Yeah. Wow. Good
Yeah.
harvest this year, huh?
Yeah. It's a bounty. We have a bounty this year.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good winter.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Was not expecting this.
Me neither. I mean, it was a quite dry summer, and but sometimes potatoes really surprise you, right?
Dude, yes. 100%, yeah. Here's the thing. I always think I am in charge of the potato. It's like life. I'm
Yeah,
not in charge of anything.
exactly. Yeah, potatoes in charge of you.
The p- the potato's in charge of me. God, that's one lesson I wish I would have learned as a kid.
Yeah,
My life would have been easier.
I actually learned it from my grandfather. He told me, you know, potatoes, they control you. He said, but I think he actually meant it. I
Yeah.
think he actually meant it.
I mean, your grandpa was a wise man. I didn't even know my grandfather, but yeah, yours was. God, I mean, I miss him, and he wasn't even my grandfather. You must miss him
I
every
know.
day.
Yeah, I mean, he taught us everything we know out here on this island. So I mean, he was important for us, of course. I mean, I don't think we would have survived really if we didn't know all those things. I think he learned them. Where was it?
Well, I mean,
Somewhere.
well, he learned a lot during the war. He said that changed him. I mean,
Exactly.
let me ask you this: if you have to go to war now, would you
Yeah.
survive? I feel like I would be one of the first people gone if there was some sort
Oh
of
yeah.
battle.
Me too. Me too, man. I mean, I would definitely. I would probably be put out in the front,
Yeah,
and then So
I'd be like a
because
pawn.
huh?
I'd be a pawn. I'd be like one of the first to go, man.
Yeah. I mean, they just see muscle mass when they see us, and then they put us out there in the front.
Yeah, it's because we're
I mean,
tall, we're big, we're like shields.
yep,
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, your
Yeah.
grandfather survived World War II. He survived the conflict in Korea. I mean, your grandfather was like
Yeah.
you want to think he's lucky, but he's more than lucky. Like he was strategic. It's like you're strategic, man. You get that from him. You would probably not even have to go into the war. You'd be behind the scenes.
You think so?
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Yes, yes. I
Wow.
mean, yeah, you've got the brains, and like you told me, it's like don't worry about the harvest. You can't predict what's the potatoes gonna do. And I mean,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
Wow. I guess maybe I got something from my grandpa.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think he would be a really good prepper today, you know?
Yeah.
He would be like the king of the preppers. They would ask him for the advice and how to make a bunker, how to
Yes. That, I feel like I want to be that kind of guy, and then I feel like, oh man, there's a lot of pressure to be that guy, right? To
it
be
is,
wanting people
yeah.
come to you for advice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd handle it either. I mean,
Yeah.
I think just the fact that, you're helping me out here at the farm and having that responsibility is kind of it's a lot in itself. Just surviving,
Yeah. God, I can't imagine. I mean, you got so much responsibility here. I cannot imagine. I can go. I'm not here that long. I'm just visiting. Like, but this is your day to day. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot, and to be running your own farm. I mean, that's huge. You're bringing life to people.
Yeah. Well, food and
Food.
life. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the kids love you though, so it would be really nice if you could come more often as well. I mean, they love people from the city.
Really?
Yep, they
Oh,
do.
oh. I'll be honest. Like, I'm a little jealous because like you're. I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but you lead such a pure and simple life, and like you do things with your hands. You get dirty. You till the soil. Like, I live among concrete, and it's you definitely breathe a different kind of air out here.
Yeah, I mean, what you just described that sounds like a Hollywood movie description of farming life. I mean, it's like um, it's tough out here. It's tough, and the winter gets really cold, man. Really
Yeah.
cold. You just have to snuggle up, and we don't even have Netflix out here.
Oh, that'd be a deal breaker.
Yeah,
Well,
I
but
know.
I am assuming, I mean, what I've noticed is in the past, since I've been here, I get tired when the sun goes down and then the sun comes up and I feel awake. So I feel like my body is resetting to like
Yeah.
some sort of like nature clock. And so, at the end of a
Okay.
hard day, the sun goes down, your body wants to go to sleep. So,
And and yeah, you like that, or is it tough? Or
I mean, yeah, I feel like again, this is not a burn. I feel like it's wonderfully simple, and my life is wonderfully, but I don't know, wonderfully. My life is complicated right now, and so the fact that you reset your schedule, I mean, and I'm underestimating it. This is hard work. I felt my muscles hurt. Like it's very painful just peeling these potatoes because I've been using muscles I haven't used in a while. So, I mean, this seems like you got it. You got it, man. You know what you're doing here. You got a family. You're working the soil. Like it's something attractive. I'll tell you what.
so happy to hear that. I mean, because I wasn't really thinking that this was so valuable. I was just thinking it's survival, and I wasn't really thinking it was something. But
This is the
yeah,
thing. It's not just
yeah,
something. It's the thing. I mean, when I look at the stuff I have now, everything I have is disposal. Like it's disposable, right? It's here. It's like you have a compost heap and you use things and you use every part of everything you grow and you
Yeah.
grow your. I mean, it's
Circularity.
yeah, it's
That's
circularity.
another principle. That's my grandfather talked about it all the time. Print circularity, he said. And you know what he did? He would take up a potato
No.
and he'd cut it in half and it'd say, so circularity. Yep. I don't really understand it, what it meant.
But he said
Uh,
it with confidence.
yeah, he did. Yeah.
He's like,
I,
circularity, and you're like, there's something behind that, Grandpa.
I think so. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, it's like, it's you cut it in half and now you're talking duality, right? You're talking about like, look, like you got two halves of a potato, right?
Yeah.
Like you and me. You got
Yeah.
the city, you got the country, right? And then
Exactly.
they live
Yeah.
separate lives, but then when it comes together and you put it together, now you've got one whole potato here.
Whole
One
potato. Yeah. Yeah.
one
It's like a sphere of a potato.
yeah, it's the circle of life.
Circle of life. Yeah. It's the yin and the yang.
So you need both sides, and
Yeah.
I was
Because yeah, I mean, we produce the food for the cities,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And the cities produce the dreams for us
yeah.
of what to achieve in life, I guess.
Do you ever think about moving back to the city, or are you? I mean, you'd have to. I guess that's a pretty complicated question because
Yeah.
you'd have to sell the farm. But I guess what I'm asking is like, are you happy here? Are you
You
happy?
know, I'm thinking about it every day, actually, frankly, and I think it's something like you just said. It's like you use your body, you just follow the rhythm of the sun.
Yeah,
But the winters they get really dark here, so it's the winters are the toughest, I think. Really, we would get a psychologist out here in the winter, you know, then
Oh, you're asking me to move my practice out here.
I mean, I'm just saying that would be amazing. It would be the remarket. I mean, all of the 50 people out here would definitely be your customers for sure.
I mean, that's the one thing when you talk about living out here, I'm like, I think it would be great, but damn, it gets dark so early in the winter.
Yeah,
It's like
it
it's
does.
like just after lunch.
It does. I
It's
know.
so
It's
dark.
a 1 hour. Yeah, it's one
It's
hour of
so-
daylight.
But
It's
then in the
it's
but then in the summer, it's like 23 hours,
it is. It's the opposite. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. How about a firm maybe?
Okay. Okay. I can work with that. That's good.
It's almost like we're dancing around switching. You moving to the city and me. I'd probably
Yeah.
make the decision to move here, and you're like, I got a decision. I'm moving into the city.
Well, we could test it. Can we?
Want to switch apartments?
Yeah, just
I mean,
swap, and then
apartment for yeah.
you just try it out. Try out living here for like I don't know a month or something, and then you see. Oh,
My, can I? Do you want to pick the month, or do you just want to make it random?
oh yeah, that's a good question because out of fairness, it's probably good to just make it random
Let's
because I
make
know I know which are the worst months out here.
let's say April.
April. Yeah, exactly. That's
Scene. Oh,
all
my
right.
friend, it's so good playing with you again.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, it's been too long, man. And we
Yeah,
had we had a yeah, we had a plan that all went haywire where we were gonna be able to play again soon, and then like this whole
exactly.
pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we got funding to have you come over here to Trondheim, and now I guess I hope they will be more flexible with the funding now, so that we can use it at a later point. That would be really nice.
I love Trondheim. Like the city is beautiful. I love, as you know, I love Gibberish. I love the folks there. How did you get into improv? How did you get started?
Um, well, I guess the short story is that I tried it out a couple of times in Oslo, at Chateau Neuf. There, they had like an
Yeah.
open practice, but it was just a couple of times. But I really liked it. That was maybe 10 years ago or something. And then in 2013, I moved to Shanghai, and I stayed there for 1 year, and I joined a group there called Zmack. And I know you know Kurt Mabry from
Yep. Kurt
Smack
Mabry.
there. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So and that's really where I got into it, and I realized that it was possible to do improv in English, although it's not my mother tongue. And yeah, and after
So
that, I came back and I started Gibberish here in Trondheim.
it's so amazing to me when people like English isn't their native tongue, but they're still able to improvise very effectively using that. And when you improvise, your thoughts are they in English? You don't translate it to Norwegian and then or how do you do it when you improvise in English?
I think it comes in English mainly, but then if there are some words that I don't know, then they might come in Norwegian, and then might end up becoming a really funny word in the end. That can be fun.
That's crazy. And I mean, it's such a tribute to the power also of emotions and relationship rather than dialogue.
Yeah, exactly. Body language, of course, that's one thing that has been tough during COVID. The
Yeah.
lack of using your body, and for me, improv has been a lot of using the body. So it's been a challenge to move digital for me and for us here in Trondheim. And we tried out a little bit in the beginning, but now we're back to regular practices, luckily. So, and just keeping 1 meter distance.
And you said, before we came on, you said you were able to do shows. It's less than or 20 people or less in the audience, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a relatively small place, so it's max 20 in that location. But we could have more if it's a bigger place. So it's really just it's limited to the space,
Mm.
the size the
Okay.
size of the yeah.
So it's based on the capacity, and then it's a certain amount. Like whether is it half? Is it 50% capacity, or is it?
Yeah, it's like you have to be able to ensure 1 meter distance between the audience
Okay,
members that don't know each other or that don't live together, right?
gotcha,
That's what you have to ensure. And but there's an upper limit of 200 on all events in Norway.
gotcha.
So yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's so funny. We talked earlier. I was like, max 20 people. Man, most improv shows in the States pre-COVID didn't necessarily have 20 people in the audience. So
yeah,
uh, I talked to a buddy of mine too in Denmark, and he said you have to go in, you wear a mask going into a venue. But then when you sit down, you don't have to keep your mask on. And I just laughed. I'm like, how can
yeah,
you assure anything? Like, because you're seated, you don't have to wear a mask? Like, and is that the
yeah.
case in Norway too? Like, once there's people are seated, they don't have to wear a mask, or do they still have to?
No, we don't have that much mask usage apart from in the airplane and in collective transportation, or what's it called, public transportation.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
the thing is that there's a lot of new rules that are really weird that they don't really make sense all the time. Like for example, in the cafe or the pub that we do the shows, we're allowed to pay the beer at the bar, but we are not allowed to get it at the bar. So we have to go down and sit at the table, and then it will be brought to you at the table. So, so it's like, yeah, because it's supposed to be table
Why?
service. Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's
So is
really
it
weird. Yeah,
okay? So is it because it's supposed to be table service? Then maybe
yeah,
there's
yeah. It's supposed. Yeah,
licensing.
the
Okay.
thing is that it's supposed to be table service for everything, but people have to pay. And if the payment terminal is at the bar, so then people have to go up there and pay, and then yeah, so it's really weird. Yeah,
Oh, that's funny. And
yeah.
Trondheim is a big university town. Like there's a huge, beautiful university there, and there's a ton of academics. Tell the folks what your day job is.
Yeah, I work as a researcher at the university here, and I'm actually working on ensuring the Norwegian energy and climate transition. But of course, I'm a social scientist, so mostly what I'm doing is to talk to people and read up on things and try to make things, fit together in a logical way in terms of energy and sustainability transition in Norway. Yeah.
And people watching are probably noticing we're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
You see it there?
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Uh,
Gibberish. Yeah.
Tell folks about Gibberish and about your group.
Yeah, Gibberish. So we started in 2014, and we used a lot of the same philosophy that Zmack established in Shanghai. And I think it's very open philosophy, being open about including those who are interested in improv, those who want to try it out, no matter which background, no matter which language. We want to have an open philosophy, and we want to ensure that as many as people as possible try it out. But maybe they don't like it or whatnot. But so we do have a core group of people that do performances and stuff, but we also have like an open practice for everyone. So, and I think that's also where we recruit a lot of people and get them into improv.
I think it's such a great philosophy to be like, this is for everyone. And there are people who don't necessarily want to perform. There are opportunities to perform, but if you're somebody who
Yep.
just doesn't want to do that, but want to just take classes, I think
Yep.
that to me, it's like everyone plays. I think that's a big basis for improv for me is like, it doesn't matter who you are. If you want to play, it's our job to find you a spot in this play circle.
Yeah. That's the thing. A lot of people, they're students. They come, they stay half a year from abroad, and then they travel again. And for them, it's a very good thing. It's social. It's something that's not in Norwegian. So because we do most of the things in English, actually, and also it's sort of like therapy as well. Sometimes you just go and you play and you have fun and you don't think about your everyday life and you disconnect, and that's really valuable for a lot of people too.
Oh, it's yeah, it's huge, man, and I love the your group. I love Gibberish. Like, there's so many interesting people that are a part of it with different backgrounds, and you're able to bring
Yeah,
that together into this like ensemble where people are allowed to kind of showcase their personalities and their style, and that doesn't always happen, man.
yeah, yeah. That's our philosophy. So
Uh, what's the best way for people to follow you or get in touch with you if they want to like, either take a class or just follow things you're doing online or anything like that? What's the best way?
I think the best way is to just search for Gibberish on Facebook, because that's the most updated stuff that we have is on Facebook. So you find all the information there.
Oh, Marius, my man, I appreciate it
Yeah,
so much. It was
thank you
great
very
playing
much.
with you. I can't wait, whether it's in
Yeah,
person or whether it's virtual, I can't wait to do it again, man.
yeah, thank you. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully very, very soon everything will be back to
Yeah,
normality and you can travel and come to Trondheim. That would be amazing.
I can't wait. All right, brother, be safe. We'll talk.
Yes, thanks a lot. Have a nice day.
Bye, buddy.